Hey guys, Joe here, coming at you with another video. I want to talk about an idea of a person who recently emerged as being transgender, which is Ellen Page slash Elliot Page. She changed her name, she changed her sex, gender, whatever. Here's my thing, right? The social movement around this, around like the rules of navigating transgender seem to be confusing. I want to express to you my concerns and tell you where the confusion lies at. Well, number one is because people from, the more liberal sense have this whole idea for America that it's a patriarchy that oppresses women and that men are the ills or are the cause of all the ills of society. Maybe not all of them. Of course not all of them. But it seems like that's what the majority sentiment is. I don't know if it's a vocal minority who just happens to be in the media. I can't speak to that, but it's the most vocal at the moment. It's been vocal for the past, I want to say, 5 years. It's been at the height of social progression for the past 5 years. That being said, it seems to me that it's hard to navigate what the rules of social interaction is between, men and straight men, in particular, white straight men, to any type of liberal type of thinking. In this particular case, the LGBT, the T in LGBT, which stands for transgender. The problem that I have with this is, I'm gonna tell you what the confusing part is. Okay, so like I already said, the social constructionists already say that men are the cause of the ills of society. They're the ones to blame for all the oppression, and specifically straight white males. And here's the thing. They're also the ones that say that there's no real difference between a transgender man and a non-transgender man. Okay? They're the ones that try to promote the sense of normalcy, that there's no real difference and they should be treated the same as everybody else, that that it's normal. Here's the problem with that. It contradicts their very view on how they want social justice per se to proceed. Right? So, for example, in this particular case, Ellen Page, has always been white, and just recently she comes out as transgender, meaning she changed from female to male, right? From a woman to a man, but she likes women. Now, when she was a woman, that would make her lesbian, but by definition, since she transferred to a man, that technically makes her straight now. She's been white, so that technically makes her a white straight man, which means that she's part of the problem. I mean, technically, if we're following all the definitions here. So, Now, here's my problem. Understanding all that, now we come to this contrary thing to where it's like we're in this like kind of Schrodinger's cat type of situation. Like, they're special, but they're not special. You want it to be treated as the same, but not being treated as the same is depending upon the situation, let's say unfavorably, is considered a hate crime. Well, it's like, listen, if you wanted to be a dude, you got to put up with all the stuff. And I'm not just talking about her. I'm talking about with, transgender men in general. Okay? People who went from female to male, right? Now you got to put up with all the stuff. Now, if you're white and if you're white and you're female, and then you transfer to male, and you still like women, that technically makes you straight by your own definition, and you're now the one that you made yourself into the one that media talks about being the problem to society. You're part of the patriarchy now. You already said that there's no real difference. So, you can't have it both ways, is I guess what I'm trying to get at. You can't be both considered not special and you want to be treated like everybody else and every other man, and yet not take on all the negatives and the cons that come with that. I'm just saying, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for a group of people to say that this other group of people is the cause of all, if not most, of our problems, and then you make yourself into that group for X, Y, and Z reasons. So, does that mean you expect it to get treated like? So, if another dude comes along and gets in a fist fight with Elliot, don't consider it a hate crime then. Don't do that. You're not allowed to do that anymore. Men don't have protections like that. So I guess transgender men shouldn't have protection like that either. I mean, they want to be considered the same, so here we are. I'm just saying, if you're gonna go with the narrative, be consistent. Be consistent. I don't want to hear about, oh, well, they knew that I was transgender and all this other stuff. Like, no, it doesn't matter if they knew or not. You considered yourself a man. You declared yourself a man. So now deal with man problems. That's it. That's the bottom line. Like, listen, I'm not hating on Ellen Page. I'm just saying this is for every single person that considers themselves to be a transgender man that went from female to male and had some operation and some injections and whatever else that consists of. Emotional and hormonal therapy. I don't know. I don't know what else it consists of, but all that. Just be consistent. And then be ready to deal with the social consistencies if that's what you declare yourself to be. Don't come around here and say, oh, it's a hate crime because you're treating me like X, Y, and Z when like nobody cares. You're a male now. Nobody cares. Nobody will care. Other men might say, oh, hey, well, yeah, that's unfair, but we know that all along, and we just have to shut up and deal with it. So, I'm I'm not, and here's the thing, I'm not even coming from a biblical perspective. I'm just coming from a straight logical perspective. I don't think it's right for anybody to do that in the first place. God is not the author of confusion. If we're going to get into it, he made males to be males and females to be females. That's just what it is at the end of the day. But you know, hey, you made your choice. God says, I'll give them over into their own lust and desires. Hey, so you want that, be treated like that. And then the consequences of choosing those particular choices might bring about that destruction, whether directly or indirectly. And it's something that we'll have to deal with. Same thing goes from female to from male to female. Deal with the consequences of that. You're just gonna have to. God's not the author of confusion. He made males to be males. He made females to be females. Again, like I say in past videos, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying that I got it all together, but I'm just saying follow the logic of it. This logically doesn't make any sense. All right. That's it, guys. That's all I had. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what I'm saying, please subscribe to the channel, like and share the video, and yeah, I'll see you guys later.